good.
What was it like to be back out there?
Man, it's phenomenal. Wow, what an experience that was. There was 3 games that really stood out in my mind when I transferred here. The OU game was a good one. I missed the Oregon game, and so I was just really excited to be able to come back for this USC game and bring that victory bell back home. It was a phenomenal experience, great crowd, great emotional roller coaster all game. So you can't really ask for anything more.
What was the procedure you had, and what was the timeline at that time?
Okay, so I ended up, it'd be almost 4 weeks on the day I had meniscus surgery on the same knee. It just ended up going in, taking out more cartilage. But the doc gave me a green light to come back as soon as I felt comfortable, and just so happened to be the best game of the year.
Was there a timeline that did you exceed your timeline, or?
I mean, it's all comfort. Structurally, my knee's fantastic. The doctor did a great job going in there and smoothing out that cartilage and getting me ready to play. So it just came to when did I feel comfortable to go out there and play. Now, obviously, I didn't play all game. I played, I think it was 18 snaps, 17 snaps. So the fact that coach was able to get me in and rotate and get back into the speed of everything. There's no doubt I had a lot of mistakes, but I'm looking forward to get those corrected and moving on to Stanford.
How did it feel, this rivalry, compared to, I don't know who Texas Tech's main rival was,
Yeah.
It's like everybody, but how did this feel rivalry game-wise?
Man, well, actually, I've never ended up beating a rival where I played. We had beat Texas. Patrick Mahomes had gone in and beat Texas in Texas, and I was there for that game. That was a phenomenal game. But being able to be in a historic game like this, wow! I mean, there's nothing like it.
Was it getting pretty heated out there? A little trash talk?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't in there a lot, but from what Jake and Chris is telling me, it's an emotional game for the guys that are out here in California and grew up literally streets apart. So you could see the emotion rising and falling as the game went on.
Were you there when the punch play happened?
No, but I'm really proud of my buddy Chris. He really, I know when I was a freshman that I did get ejected, I guess a couple of years ago. So the fact that Chris could keep his composure and really benefit the team that way, because I mean that was a huge play for us. So I'm really proud of Chris for that.
Did that inspire all of you guys? Because basically one of your teammates took a shot like
Right.
that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did. I got hyped whenever Chris came up and told me. He goes, "Hey, man, I got punched in the chin." I was like, "Well, man, it's going to be one of those kind of games." So I think it really got him focused and it brought the aggressiveness out of him, which was really good to see.
It seemed like discipline was kind of like a theme of the game. Like you guys were very disciplined and reserved, because when USC was dancing on the field, but after the third quarter, you guys didn't get provoked by that.
Right.
Is that kind of become one of the qualities of this team? Is not giving
no
into
doubt.
things like that?
No doubt. Coach Kelly is he's a real discipline-first guy. Really, this whole program from top to bottom, I think, is disciplined. Man, it's a one of a kind, and I think that discipline's creating a great foundation to go win a lot of games in the future.
Seems like you guys had a lot of pulling action on running plays against USC. Was that something you guys saw, like maybe speed advantage toward the edge?
Right. Well, you have to ask the coaches about that. They tell us what to run, and we go out there and do it. But we had a great scheme, obviously, with Josh Kelly getting 280-plus yards on the ground. Scheme-wise, everything kind of clicked. So I'm really happy with how that turned out, and I'm looking forward to Stanford.
What have your teammates told you about Stanford? I know coming in, you saw USC rivalry kind of from afar, but what have they told you about the Stanford matchup?
Right. Kind of what you heard earlier. Dre hasn't beat him. So obviously, I've had a couple I guess games at Tech where we hadn't beat them. Yeah. So I know the feeling of wanting to go out there and say, hey, on this season I got them. So to be able to say they didn't sweep me my whole college career, that's a great feeling, and I know there's a rivalry. I mean, California in-state rivalries are fantastic. I know I've had plenty of them in Texas, so I know the emotions that go with that.
Are you going to petition for another year of eligibility?
Yes, right now we have a waiver in with compliance. I don't know exactly all the details of it, but we have put a waiver in to see if I can get a 6th year, and we're waiting to hear back on that.
You feel like your chances are pretty good? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, from what compliance has told me, they say I have a strong case, but as you know, with the NCAA, you just never know.
You mentioned Patrick Mahomes a little earlier, old college teammate. Did you get to see any of the highlights last night of that 54-51 game?
Oh, wow. Well, which one? They were phenomenal, but it was crazy. It really did feel like watching a Texas Tech game. So to see him doing that on the Monday night biggest stage in football in the Super Bowl, it was a great feeling to know that I played with that guy, and I fully expect him to do great things in the future.
When you had surgery, did you know that you were going to be able to come back? Because I think on Twitter you said your season was going to be over.
Right. Yeah. So obviously, having 3 knee surgeries, I kind of expected the rehab process to be longer than initially thought. But I mean, these guys have really kind of gathered around me and been great teammates for me. And so I thought, like, if I could produce for the team, it was worth it. It was 100% worth it to go out there and lay it on the line for these guys.